Hey guys, welcome back to my review of One Piece chapter 1122. Now, I did do a few upgrades. Unfortunately, my light's out and it's a little dimmer than it's supposed to be, but I have upgraded the camera. I hope the quality is better. I don't know if the microphone's catching up the same, but I just wanted to make a few changes and get on with the review. So, man, this chapter, I'm I can't believe it. We finally, it's been a decade, right? It's been a very long time. But we have Joy Boy's silhouette. And Emmett's so funny, man. He pulls out the knot and he untightens it. And he says, "Don't die, okay?" And he just unknots it, and it calls back to what Nami had done in the Sky Islands with untightening the knot, and then there's gusts of wind. But Joy Boy was able to infuse with the strongest haki possible, supposedly, right? Strongest haki possible into the knot, and it knocks out everybody around except the very strong people, and it just shakes up everything. And I wonder how much stronger this is. I mean, it looks astounding, visually astounding. It goes in such a large radius around the island, but like I'm thinking back to when Shanks did his attack with the haki, which looked like it went over miles, but this is spanning a very long distance as well. Anyway, Emmett's so funny. It's just I feel like he's such a funny character, and it just reminds me so much of Frankie. Like it's just like it feels like it's Frankie's. The Emmett is Joy Boy's Frankie. Like it feels similar. Like if we can run down who was on his crew, but it would be impossible to have them still surviving because Emmett is a robot. At least from as far as I can tell, he's like an artificial intelligence being that's still able to sustain and feel joy and everything. It's really odd. Ooh, I think it's raining. Nice. I like when it rains. It's very calming, serene. But I'm gonna be reading through, and hopefully everybody can enjoy at least how it looks. Maybe it's a little too dim. Please leave me a comment or something about audio. If it sounds worse, turn up the audio. Hopefully I'm gonna make it a little brighter next time. I'm gonna be moving soon. Hooray! Managed to get a house. So please leave me comments on what you would like me to review. I'll talk about that in the end of the video as well. But going through the chapter at least real quick so I don't miss any of the things was Joy Boy. Kobe has to go against Luffy, and he says, "I'm going to stop your dream because I can't let the pirates know or rule the world in this sense." And I get where you're coming from, but Luffy, I don't know. I didn't like that statement much, but Luffy needs an antagonist and Luffy needs a Garp. And I think Kobe, since he is on that final panel where these are all the major players on the last chapter, I think that would show that he is going to be more of a Garp character to Luffy, at least more so now. Or he's going to do something else. He's going to maybe realize that there's something at fault here. The world government's actually the enemy, and he joins up like Garp, or he's going to be going against the Kainu because the Kainu is going to be like the ultimate law for the world government. Lots of stuff. And also why I switched over is because I was hindered to that 10-minute limit before, and I would upload into a rush 10-minute. I don't like rushing through the video. I just like calmly talking over into it. I've never been able to compress my thoughts so quickly, so well into a short span. I like taking my time, and I wasn't getting as much out of the limited 10 minutes with putting it on TikTok, YouTube. I'd rather just do it really well here, and hopefully it does. It looks better, and I can just continue my thought process. We get Buggy a little bit, and we get the Caribou giving the information to Blackbeard, which is yeah. Well, this was already confirmed. I'm glad. I want to see what happens with the information he gets. He's able to piece it together, and what Caribou just wants to join the crew. He wants to idolize Blackbeard, so he's gonna get that info, and I want to know what he's gonna do with that info, including that they also have Saturn's transformation. Not the transform. I'm pretty sure she's able to turn into normal Saturn and transform Saturn. Not that they need to see transform Saturn, but Saturn itself. That's such a wild card that now whenever we see Saturn on the screen, when we see Saturn on a panel, we don't know if it's gonna be Katarina Devon transformed, and that's gonna start adding twists. I feel that's awesome. Great writing on adding that. But yeah, the robot gets attacked, gets hit. I don't know if the snail finally turns off or turns back on in this case. And he takes massive damage. And this is where we see him pull out and talk to Luffy. And he gives him his full name, Monkey D. Luffy. And he really settles on the D initial. That's when he immediately just says, "Thank you for letting me hear that rhythm again." And he takes out the knot and he unknots it and he saves everybody in time. Zoro is probably going to be able to attack the Gorosei. I don't think the Gorosei is so strong that it'll really affect Zoro's capability in defending the ship. I think it was perfectly fine if Zoro defended the ship. But this Conqueror's Haki, like, let me see the panel again. It's going miles out. It makes the island actually look tiny. Never mind. This is because Shanks was a concentrated blast. This is a miles radius, at least from what I hope it is, right? Miles long radius. It's a giant blast going off, hitting everybody in the vicinity. And I wonder if anybody else had felt that. I wonder if you get Shanks feeling something or not. And we get the panel with Emu saying Joy Boy. Like, I think he's saying or thinking Joy Boy. We don't get a speech bubble. We get maybe a thought of it's Joy Boy's Haki. And it knocks everybody out of the transformation. The Gorosei out of the transformation and sends them back to where they teleported from. But key is that we see the Phoenix guy is already just, cross-legged sitting there, that he has a speech of, "Oh, what was that?" And I think Luffy, in his Conqueror's Haki infused attack, was able to knock out of his transformation and teleport back the Phoenix, which goes to show that Luffy has the capability to do that, which puts him, it's just giving him just, steps by steps of showing Luffy improving constantly. I love it. But we do see that they've all teleported back and he's already sitting there. So I hope the theory is that he was already able to knock him out of the island and actually send them back through Conqueror's Haki in a similar way to what Joy Boy did. And what else? Yeah, we get a flashback of Emmett talking to Joy Boy, and oh man, like we finally, like, this is just nostalgia for me, right? I've been reading One Piece since I was in 7th grade. 2007, I read and binge watched One Piece in 2007 on that summer, I think. Was it that summer? Yeah. I binge watched One Piece on the anime. I only watched the anime in Japanese dub. But yeah, so this is where we get a silhouette of his full body, and this might be the eye patch pirate or peg leg pirate that Oda was talking about he was saving, because he wanted to give traditional pirate look to very notorious characters, important characters. I don't know if he's going to give Joy Boy the eye patch, but we haven't seen an eye patch character yet, I think. Right, like we've seen them, but not to an important character. I don't know. No, I don't know. I feel like I just saw an eye patch, actually. No, That was no, that was Frankie talking. No, that was a different person talking. Anyway, but he looks in the silhouette like he has a peg leg. So Joy Boy might be, people are saying it looks like he has a robot arm. Also, I think that's just the angle of the way he's looking when he's like this. I think that's just the angle of the arm. But the leg, it looks like he has a peg leg. This might be the character that has the wooden leg. And I'm a little sad because I didn't realize until having this read through at before making this video that he looks like his eyes shut off. Like this, that might have been his last hurrah. He just officially might have passed away, and that him laughing as he powers down might be his way of smiling as he's dying. And that got me right before this chapter, man. Like right at the end before starting this video, man, that really got me. But Joy Boy sounds like such an amazing character, man. Like just the small interactions we've seen him through right here is making sure that his friend is safe in the future, and he gave him the knot to use even well after he's passed away. And it just standing there like kneeling down in front of Saturn. I don't know why Saturn wasn't teleported away. Maybe because he has the mother flame. There's something about it. I don't know. It's going to be explained next chapter for sure. I can't tell. But he is standing there, and they might have an interaction of well over 800 years ago of a dialogue. They'll have a dialogue of something that would be a continuation of 800 years ago, you know, in the Void Century. Or 300 years ago when he climbed up the red line again to go to Mary Joie. And man, I'm astounded that I this chapter we get every single time, you know, we get Gear 5 Luffy, we get the Joy Boy flashback. We keep getting closer, and the end of One Piece is ever so realized. It's there, but I want like a whole Void Century flashback. Like give me Joy Boy's life like you gave Odin's life. I'm sure, I hope that's probably gonna happen. But give me a flashback of Joy Boy's life. Give me a prequel. Give me Joy Boy's life going to be pirate. I don't know. Anyway, that's me ranting. I want to see all of that, man. But Oda is on a trajectory to finish a story, and I see that we're seeing final picture. This is final saga. Anyway, fantastic chapter. Loved it. We get a lot of information. I hope I'm not missing anything now. Predictions for next chapter. We see why Saturn is there. Saturn maybe finishes off the robot, so he knows that it will never come back again. Maybe Luffy saves them. Luffy's still in Gear 5. I don't think Luffy's just going to let anything happen in this case. But, man, when he pulled the knot and he says, "Don't die," I think that's so funny. It's just like just blasting him, and he says, "Don't die. I'm just going to, this explosion's going to go off, so just don't die." I think that's such a funny thing to do. But yeah, I wanna know more about the, everybody wants to know more about the character. Anything else? Speculation for next chapter. I think hopefully Emmett's not dead in this case. I mean, that might have been his final hurrah. Anything else? Other than that, I've changed. I think that's the end of the review for me. I've changed my camera. If you want me to talk about any other chapters, any other mangas, please let me know. I would love to talk about anything. I've caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen. That's about to end though, so maybe final thoughts and final chapters. I'm gonna read. But Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in a Dungeon just finished. I think it's finished, so I want to read that. Frieren just came out of hiatus. I want to read and catch up to Frieren because that anime was fantastic. One of my favorites. I think top 5 animes for me. Wow, my kitty has been perfectly calm here. Oh, you've been sleepy. You've just been listening to me talk, and Yeah. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was going to bother me a little bit more. If you want me to read any other mangas, oh, sorry, fine. Go back to sleep here. If you wanted me to read any other mangas, please let me know. Any other thoughts, any other topics you want me to tackle, let me know. But other than that, that's it for me, guys. If you have anything, if I have anything or there's anything I missed in the chapter, please let me know. And please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you for the next one.